evening. How are we doing? We well? Okay, so it's our last Wednesday Pilates session together, online anyway. So if you're joining me for the first time, where have you been? If you are joining me for the first time, just take it easy. If you need to, I always show the least intense options first, and then I show you ways of increasing the intensity if you want to. So just work to your own level, doing the level that you can do well, with good technique, but that's challenging you. So we're going to warm up on our feet, and then we'll have a lie down, we'll come down to the floor. Okay, so firstly, we'll start at the top of the body, work our way down. So we're going to take a little tension in the stomach muscles, so we're just going to take a little squeeze of the belly button gently towards the spine. We're placing our feet about hip width apart, and we're just standing in a good posture with our shoulders back and down. So firstly, we're going to do some shoulder rotations. So we're breathing in, and then as we breathe out, we circle the shoulders forward and up, and then inhale back and down. So we exhale, and we inhale. Okay, we're going to change direction. So we're exhaling and inhaling. So we exhale away from the body, inhale to return. Taking nice big breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we'll work one more time. And we're going to do some forward flexions. So we're taking a breath in, and then on the out breath, we're tucking the chin in, we're slowly rolling down through the spine, and then we inhale as we gently roll back up, eyes forward. Then we breathe out again, tuck the chin in, slowly roll down, and then we inhale as we roll up again. One last one. We're going to finish off with some lower body, so we're going to do some squats. We're taking a breath in, then on the out breath, we're squatting down, inhaling as we come back up. So we exhale and inhale. So you can stay with that option, or you can come down into squat, then lift the heels, and then come up, and then place the heels down. So we exhale into squat, inhale, lift heels, exhale out of the squat, and then inhale as we press our heels down. Or again, you're just staying with the basic squat if you need to just keep your heels down. So this is obviously challenging our balance. Excellent, couple more. And last one. Excellent, well done. Okay, so we're going to come down to the floor now. We're going to start off lying down on our backs with the double leg stretch. Okay, so we have our spine in neutral position, arms by our sides. We take a breath in, and then on the out breath, our arms float up. We turn our palms in towards each other. Then we take a breath in, and on the out breath, we circle our arms away. And then we inhale as we return. And then we exhale. Progression wise, you can have one leg raised, so your knees placed above the hip, and it's at 90 degrees. Third option is to do the same on your other leg. And then fourth option is to have your head and shoulders raised off the floor as you do your circles. So you're exhaling as you circle away, you're inhaling as you return. So remember, we're doing the level that we can do well, so that includes just maintaining that slight tightening of the abdominal muscles and making sure that we just have a little space between the lower back and the floor, and the back isn't arching up massively. Okay, so what we're going to do is change direction of those circles. The breathing pattern remains the same, so you're still exhaling as you take away, inhaling as you return. If you're on level 2 with one leg raised, then you can switch onto your other leg. When you feel like you need to have a stretch, just come down into full body stretch. Actually tell if you can actually see properly there. I'm just going to change the position of the phone. I think it's a little better, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to move on to the shoulder bridge now. So we're bringing our heels in as close as we can towards us. And we're just letting our arms relax on the floor. So it's better if you're not letting the arms support your body weight. So we can just turn our palms up just so we know we're not pushing down into the arms. So we start off in neutral position, we take a breath in and we tilt the pelvis to push the lower back into the floor. And then on the out breath, we just come up onto the shoulder blades, and then we inhale, we slowly release the spine back down, one vertebra at a time, and then we exhale back into neutral spine position. So we inhale and we exhale, and inhale and exhale. So to progress, you can inhale and exhale. Now we hold nice and still, we inhale, we take our arms overhead, and then we exhale, we bring our hands back to the floor, and then we inhale and exhale as we slowly release back down into neutral spine and pelvis. So those two options are your first two options. You do have another option, which is to inhale and exhale. Then we lift one foot off the floor. So we inhale, we bring the knee above the hip. We exhale, we extend the leg away. We inhale, bring the knee back above the hip. And then we exhale as we place the foot down on the floor. And then we switch sides. So we do that without letting the hips drop away from the ceiling. So it's up to you. You could do one on each side, and then if you want the mobility benefits of the spine coming in and out of the bridge. Then you can do your hip bridge as well, or shoulder bridge. Or if you want to work more on strength and less mobility, then you will just keep maintaining that leg movement and switching from leg to leg. So it's entirely up to you, depending what you want to get from that exercise. Keep gently drawing the belly button in, so maintaining that engagement of the abdominal muscles. This is my favourite Pilates exercise, this one. I'm just going to do one last one. And then we're just going to bring our knees in towards us for our release stretch. We're going to roll over onto our sides now, and we're going to do the side bend, so not the most pleasant of exercises where Pilates is concerned. We are going to just place the elbow under the shoulder, and we're going to bring heels up towards us so the feet are flexed and they're in line with the spine, so everything should line up at the back, the feet, soles of the feet, back and elbow. So you can have your spare hand on the floor for support if you need it. We take an inhale breath, and then on the out breath the hips float up to the ceiling, and then we inhale, we come back down towards the floor, but before the hip touches down on the floor we take another exhale breath. If you don't need your support hand, you can place that on the hip, and the arm can just gently float up, come back down. Good, so it's just a slow, continuous movement. Again, we're just making sure that we're not letting that hip touch down on the floor. So do as many as you can. And then what I'm going to do now is show you the exercise that you can move on to. Okay, so once we've done as many as we can there, so you'll be feeling that into your obliques and also your shoulder, possibly your arm as well. And then when you're ready to move on, your legs will be in the same position as before. Just let your head rest on the floor, bring your hands together in front of you. You take a breath in, and then on the out breath, you're just slowly twisting. And then you inhale as you return. So we're trying not to let the legs move anywhere. We're just moving from the waist up. Just a lovely exercise to do for the spine. just going to do one more there. Okay, and then we're going to repeat those 2 exercises now on the other side. So I'm just going to bring myself up, just swing my legs around to the other side. Placing my elbow under my shoulder, so again, feet are in line with the spine. Take a breath in, and then on the out breath, you've either got your hand on the floor for support, or you can let your arm float up and down. Burn of that, but it's kind of a nice burn in a way. Not as burny as we're going to be next week when we get back in the gym. Alright, well done. We're going to come down to the floor and we're going to bring ourselves into those supine rotations. So we take a breath in, and then as we breathe out, take away, and then we breathe in as we return. Okay, one last one. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves up to sitting position now. We're just going to do a stretch for our oblique muscles from doing those side bends. I can't seem to do a session without getting video bombed either by a cat. It was Peggy the cat at yoga on Monday. It's Mary tonight. Either that or a child. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves into sitting position now. So I'm going to turn side on just so that you can see what's happening with my spine. Alright, so this one is where we isolate the abdominal muscles. We bring our hands round the backs of our thighs. We take an inhaled breath, we tilt the pelvis, we just curve through the spine, rolling back, and then we breathe out as we slowly come back up to sitting position. So the main thing is that we're getting the flexion through the spine as we roll back, and that's keeping the spine safe, injury-free, rather than just leaning back with a straight back. It's not very good for us. Okay, so second option is to bring the arms forward. We inhale, and then we exhale. We carry on going towards the mat, and then we inhale, change direction, and then we exhale back up to sitting position. So we're inhaling and we're exhaling on the way down, and it's the same on the way up. And then for those of you that are stronger, more experienced, then you can come all the way down to the floor, making sure that you're not letting yourself drop. You maintain that control. Arms go overhead, and then we inhale, we bring arms, head and shoulders off the floor at the same time. and then we exhale up to sitting position. So when we inhale, tilt, curve, roll down. Exhale. And then we inhale. And we exhale. So again, it's all about doing the level that you can do with good control. While also being challenged, of course. We're going to do one more. And we're bringing ourselves down to the floor into full body stretch. Okay, so we're going to roll over now onto our stomachs. We're going to do the swan dive exercise. So we're bringing our elbows to shoulder height and tucking the chin in. Keep pulling the tummy muscles in slightly. We breathe in to begin with, and then on the out breath we lift the head and the shoulders and the top of the chest from the floor, and then we inhale as we slowly return. And then we repeat. So we exhale, we slowly come up. Inhale as we release. Progression wise, we can let the arms come away from the floor as well. Inhaling as we return. And then progression from there is with your arms stretched overhead. So your hands and your arms come off the floor as well. So we breathe in and then we breathe out. Breathe in as we come down, and then breathe out as we come up. So we're challenging the muscles that run up the spine. And we're keeping the lower body relaxed. So resist the temptation. Sometimes, like in a body conditioning class, we might lift the legs as well to kind of make it a bit more challenging to recruit more muscles and get the glutes fired up. But in this case, we want to isolate the muscles in the back. So again, we're just keeping our eyes looking down at the mat. Chin stays tucked in. Let's do a couple more. And then we're going to a release stretch. So we're just sitting back over our heels, arms resting next to our legs. Now you're doing that, just grab a drink again. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves into the leg pull now. So this is our holding move rather than repetitive move. So we are either on the knees and the elbows or the toes and the elbows. So I'll just go through it quickly just in case you haven't seen it before, but I'm pretty sure you will have done. So elbows, under shoulders, head and chest lifted off the floor. So just relax for now, we'll all start together in a moment or two. We take a breath in. And then on the out breath, we just peel the hips and the thighs off the floor. We just tuck the pelvis under. What we need to avoid is the bum sticking out like that. So the spine is in a nice straight line. Progression is to lift your knees off the floor as well. So you will go with whichever level is right for you today. And we're going to hold there for up to a minute. So let's have a look at the watch. Okay, so take a deep breath in now, and as you breathe out, lift yourself into position. So again, you're either on the tips of your knees, making sure your pelvis is tucked under, so just tuck your bum under, or you're up on your toes. Good, nearly halfway there. Seconds left. Hold nice and steady. You will be shaking probably, unless you're particularly good at doing this exercise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. So you're going to either just press into your elbows and your hands, or you can give your elbows a good crack there like I did. You can come onto your hands. Okay, well done. Roll over onto your back. And we're going to finish off with a nice one after that. Quite challenging one, so we're going to do some hip rolls. So we bring our arms out nice and wide. Feet and knees together, we take a breath in, and then on the out breath we lower the knees to one side and the head in the opposite direction, and then we inhale, we come back to centre, and we exhale in the opposite direction. If you wanted to increase the intensity just a little bit, you can bring your knees above your hips. Inhale as everything comes back to centre, and then we exhale to the other side. So we're keeping our shoulder blades down on the floor, and we're keeping our knees and our feet together. to make this one our last one. And then we're going to bring our knees in towards us for our release stretch. To bring ourselves up to sitting position. There we go. Hope you feel good after that. So I'd just like to say, this is our last Wednesday one together like this. Thank you for joining me over the last few weeks. I hope you found them beneficial, and hopefully I will see you soon for real from next week or from Saturday. So take care everyone, it's been a pleasure. What have we got tomorrow? Circuit tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So if I don't see you then, hopefully I'll see you very soon. Take care everyone, have a good evening.